You just got to hand it to the Malaysians. They've done such a fantastic job of keeping it this way, and you can tell that they really care about their tradition and their heritage in that sense. They haven't just given it up. I mean, the area is worth $1.4 billion, and the people here, they've not moved. So we are in Kuala Lumpur, business district, Petronas Towers, 51st floor swimming pools, modern hub of Southeast Asia. But if I told you there was an area in Kuala Lumpur that had remained unchanged for over 100 years, we're in an area called Kampung Baru.
It does feel like being in a different city. It's like we just exited the capital.
So as you can see, a lot of the houses, or the houses here, are traditional, and they're built on stilts. So they're all raised higher than the ground, and they're built on stilts. Traditionally, houses are built on stilts to prevent flooding and to prevent vermin. The Mosque of Kampung Baru.
There is just a landau. Landau, yeah. Me on the right. Where are you from?
UK.
I think there should be one of the main streets.
Go down here, is it? Oh, they got rambutan here. Nice. Yeah, we tried drive through. It's very nice. We might. Mangosteens good. What fruit is this? Gokong.
Gokong.
How do you eat it? How do you eat it?
You can try it first. This one.
Try.
Very nice.
Is it nice? Is it?
Yeah. Very sweet.
Do you just eat the outside? Do you like
You know
this?
rambutan?
I know rambutan. It's nice. Yeah. Do you eat the outside? Alright.
I need to wash it, huh?
What's that? Ah.
That's how you open it. Oh. Thank you.
Oh, that's how you open.
They good?
You don't eat the outside then?
No.
I eat the outside.
Is that durian? You see, you kind of peel it. You can peel it quite easily, you see? It's nice.
You like it? You get some?
Yeah. It's a bit like grape.
You're not supposed to eat the outside, but I eat the outside.
Gokong.
It's nice. Gokong. How do you pronounce it? Gok.
D-O.
D-O.
K-O.
K-O.
N-G.
N-G.
Gokong.
Gokong.
Oh, we've never seen it
Gokong. Do you want a kilo or not a kilo? Half a kilo?
Half kilo?
Half kilo?
1 kilo?
Half kilo.
Half kilo.
Yeah,
Okay,
two
bagi
cashews.
setengah kilo. Where from?
UK, England. Nice.
Try some new fruit.
It's all a bit bitter in my mouth now, though.
Really? I think it's because you ate it outside.
So that is clearly what happens when someone offers you something, and there's a bit of a language barrier, and you don't know, and you don't want to be rude and turn it down. So you're like, okay, what? Just eat it, and they're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, go on.
And then I stuck into it, and I realised, and by the time I swallowed the skin, that was very bitter.
Yeah, but it must be just the skin, because the one I tried was really good.
Yeah,
it's really
the inside is really good.
It feels like it's got the same consistency of some kind of grape.
So we're in Kampung Baru, and Kampung Baru was founded back in 1899 and agreed by the Sultan of Selangor to give it to the Malay people that lived here in 1900, and it has remained unchanged you know, almost unchanged ever since. The houses here are traditional Malay houses, and they're all built on stilts, or most of them, or some of the more traditional ones are built on stilts and out of wood. But the people here, they don't want to move, and the whole area is apparently worth $1.4 billion. But the people here, they want to keep and preserve their Malay tradition, so they haven't actually sold up the land. It's, you know what it's like when you walk around here? It's like being in a completely different city, town, village, isn't it?
Definitely.
You definitely feel like you've gone back in time.
But it's strange at the same time. You see the Petronas towers.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, like the skyscrapers. So it's something you don't see all the time, because if you actually go out of town, you don't get to see any like high buildings. So we are in Jalan Raja Mahmud. Raja over there, yeah. We're not the J. How do you read the J?
Jalan. They pronounce the J.
So it's like Raja Mahmud.
They say that some of the first seeds and for independence were sown here, right here in Kampung Baru. And you know, this particular area is mental because it survived British colonialism, it survived Japanese occupation, and still it is here today, even after all the modern you know, modern cities springing up around it. You've got the Petronas towers, you've got skyscrapers all around it on the horizon. And here, you know, in the middle of this massive sprawling modern city, you've got Kampung Baru.
But I see why they wanna keep it, you know.
What's that?
It'd be quite a shame to like demolish everything. No?
So now this area is actually in danger of being redeveloped. I know there is talks at the moment, or there was talks in last year about redeveloping the area, because essentially it feels like this area had become an area that felt that it got left behind. It's funny, Julia just got heckled out of a car, but not by a bloke, by a woman who said she's very beautiful, in a very nice, polite way.
It's really nice. I think the best compliments are from women. I've never seen balconies like that.
Yeah, it's an interesting shape, isn't it?
Yeah.
See people hanging their laundry, window. And there you have it, that view of the Petronas towers and the modernising city around Kampung Baru. You just got to hand it to the Malaysians. They've done such a fantastic job of keeping it this way, and you can tell that they really care about their tradition and their heritage in that sense. You know, and as I was saying about independence, Malaysia, after an almost communist uprising in the Chinese quarters, Malaysia
Look, there's a cafe here, but it's closed.
Malaysia had talks with the British, and they agreed by 1957 that they would gain independence. So on the 31st of August 1957, it was official that Malaysia had independence. And they did it through peaceful means.
Oh, this smells so good. What is it?
Smells like donuts. Or...
No, it smells a bit like sugary nuts.
Yeah, that's it actually.
Yeah, really friendly guy.
Media, Kami
Stop
Sokon.
driving.
Look at this little intersection here.
Wait, I actually knew where we were going, I forgot.
Here you've got someone selling fruit out the back of their car. I mean, that is... if that's not entrepreneurship, I don't know what is. If you haven't got a market stall, use the boot of your car. Let's go that way. We've got fruit, terima kasih. you've got someone doing stuff in there. With your corner. Selling some Malaysian
Oh, that's the
classics.
rojak.
They got the rojak, they got bakso, they got lontong, peckle,
What's
rawon
bakso?
and bakso. I don't know. I know what the rojak is. We've had rojak before. We haven't had the lontong either, but being vegetarians, sometimes it's not easy to find. I believe the rojak might be vegetarian.
I think there's something like, there might be some shrimp paste
Right.
in the rojak.
Oh, is it?
But yeah, other than that, there's no meat or fish directly. But there's actually a lot of people driving bikes here. There's always a lot of people. I mean, these 10 minutes we've seen so many bikes, and you hardly see any in the city. I mean, not this much.
This house looks like it's almost been unchanged for the whole time. Looks like there's been no work. As you can see, some of the houses, they still keep the traditional Malay feel with stilts, but there's obviously been some work done to them in places. But here we have a place that almost has remained unchanged. It looks as if. Amazing. And as they step outside their door, they've got the Petronas Towers there. The modern city right on their doorstep.
A lot of Malaysian flags.
There is, and you get the feel that everyone's very proud to be Malaysian.
You told me in England you're not allowed to put England flag.
Yeah, in the UK, if you have an English flag up, it's not a good sign. Having the English flag up is usually a sign of being, nationalistic, and it's almost associated with people that are afraid of foreigners. And that's usually the case with the English and the English flag. But I get the feeling in Malaysia it's very different. Everyone's very, very proud of their culture,
Yeah,
but in a good
Italians
way.
don't have a problem with it either,
Italians
to be
don't
honest.
have a problem.
No. It's not that common to see Italian flags, I think. But,
Yeah.
but it's not a problem.
You can see that local people are getting on with their lives. People are doing daily chores, exercising, doing deliveries. Tradition here is, being traditional is very strong here. You've got chickens over here.
Oh, hello. Gonna go with rice soon.
Yeah.
Oh.
And to think they've kept their tradition alive this long, while everything around them develops and changes. There is talks of the area being redeveloped and changed. But I hope that the people do preserve this.
It's nice to know something like this exists.
From the locals sitting down and having some coffees or some teas and catching up. Look at all this. These very narrow roads and pathways are a throwback to a previous time. All this. I read stories that, some of the older generation are keeping it how it is, and some of the younger generation, are looking to potentially sell up. The old generation have said until we pass away, and until then, we keep it the way it is.
The dry rock. It's some sort of cafe.
So we are still in lockdown period, so none of the market stalls are open, as you can see. stalls, certain stalls, particular stalls aren't open. Some fruit places are open, but there's probably very little. I believe it says there's no market stalls allowed here either.
That's the bridge.
An old phone box.
Yeah, here as well.
Anything in the phone boxes still?
Doesn't look like it's working, but
It might be working. You've got to open it up first to pick the...
do you?
Yeah. It works.
Oh, it actually does. Impressive. Sanitize my
This
hands.
look, Julia is leading us on the next part of the tour. I'm not sure where she's going. She's done a fantastic job up until now.
We're nearly
I've just
finished.
been walking and filming stuff and
We're
not doing a very good
basically
job,
at the
basically.
end. We're basically at the end, but we're gonna go back to the beginning because I think we skipped 1 or 2 streets. In some bread. Another car that's seen better days. All these places, maybe we're not allowed to open again.
I think they are open. I just didn't.
Don't think they are. This one is free, closed. There's no one.
It's true.
Not even someone sitting in the back.
It's true.
It's pretty closed. Then this one might be open.
Kuala Lumpur being the modern city hub of Southeast Asia, you know, the business districts, the 51st floor skyscrapers with infinity pools, you know, the massive shopping districts with global brands, you know, you wouldn't ever believe that there is a village in Kuala Lumpur that has remained untouched, or, you know, mainly untouched up until this day, and kept true to itself by the people that live here. Oh yeah, this is back to the start, yeah.
Wait, is this the
The man. I don't know. Yeah, it is. He's selling Le Man, yeah. It is Le Man. You want some?
Yeah, it was good.
You want to get some more, do you? We cook it up with,
The curry.
yeah.
But we could buy condensed milk this time.
Yeah? We'll get some more maybe, yeah. Hello, how you doing? We get some lemang. Is this chopped up, is it?
Sure, this one.
Yeah.
This like the one.
Yeah, that's cool.
How much is it?
10.
15.
10 ringgit.
50.
10
10 ringgit, 10 ringgit, 10 ringgit. See, Julia enjoyed lemang so much that she wants to get some more.
It's another cup.
Yes. Terima kasih, thank you. So this feels like the main street and the main strip in Kampung Baru, where they're selling lemang. They're doing nasi campur, nasi lemak, some real traditional dishes.
Some juice or something. So we got some new fruit in Lemang so far.
It's definitely worth coming to Kampung Baru, just even to some of the stalls. I think when lockdown's over, I think when the stalls are back open, it'll be fantastic. You get some really good things, and you can clearly get some very traditional food. It's probably not ideal for us vegetarians though, so I'd bear that in mind if you're a veggie. Alright, so we got some of these. Anyway, I ate the skin of it, not knowing you're not supposed to eat the skin. I hope it doesn't kill me. One thing I'd like to tell everyone is when you buy trainers online, just be aware if they come from China, and make sure you order a size bigger than what you'd normally get. Because currently I'm wearing shoes which I believe are about a size and a half less than what my size is. Not the most comfortable. I've never seen my feet look so small. I honestly think that when you preserve a building in a big city, you know, it's cool, it's nice, it's good, you know, it preserves the tradition and that's great. But when you preserve a village, you know, or an area like that, you retain so much more heritage. You know, when you walk around those, you can almost feel like the ghosts of the past. You know, you can really get a sense for what life was like back then. You know, I think if Malaysia had become a communist country, you know, things may be a little different. This is a perfect example of houses in Kampung Baru that have stayed unchanged.